Hello, it's Success Story, Saturday, July 21st, 2018. Steve Sipress here, and today's story is not your typical entrepreneur success story that I share here of millionaire and billionaire and multi-millionaire success stories. The person I'm profiling today, Lisa Caughlin, well, she's got a business she's been running for years, a few of them. See, typical entrepreneur, she's got several different businesses going at once. But the reason I'm featuring her here today is because of a couple of things. 2 days ago, we had the 2-year anniversary of the passing away of our beloved doggy, Emmanuel. And almost, I think it was just a day or two before that, a good friend of mine, Mike Capuzzi, let me know that his daughter, Caroline, he was helping her publish a book called Dog Joy, stories of people who have rescued doggies from shelters. And I'm more than happy to contribute a chapter, and I'm in the midst of editing that down to the mere 750 words were allowed, and I'll get that over to Caroline and Mike, and we'll get that in the book. And so I said, let's find a dog rescue type of entrepreneur, and I found the story of Lisa Caughlin, who went to school for biology and then was working in a police crime lab as a forensic toxicologist, right, like you see on the CSI show. But she went and she got a dog, an Arson Dog. These doggies that are trained to go in after the fire's put out in the detective stage to try and see if there was any foul play. And they can sniff out what they call accelerants, anything that would be used to start the fire that's strange, other than simply it's happened to start by accident. But anyway, so she got this doggy. She went down to near Austin, Texas to get the dog. And then as the story goes, a few years later, she flew down there again for additional training. She got it, I think, in 2001. She flew down again in 2004 for some additional training with her doggy, who she was lending out kind of the fire stations around her area to help sniff out some arson cases. And he had done a few successfully. And when she went down for the retraining, the owners of the business were looking to sell the business. But like most businesses, well over 90%, close to 100% of small businesses, the owners think they can sell the business, but it's not really sellable. Nobody really wants to buy it. So in this case, they asked her to take it over, and she did. And so it's called, whatever, the Canine Academy something or other. She renamed it, but she's had it since 2005. And looking up to try and find some a little bit more about it, I see that it's not just simply a training school, although it is. Still, she trains accelerant arson doggies, accelerant sniffing doggies, and she's trained about a dozen of them all over the country. But she also does the whole typical, I'll do anything with your doggy, pet sitting and grooming and, you know, training, and, you know, they can stay here overnight, and dog walking, I mean, whatever. And then, according to her LinkedIn profile, she has a company called Dogipi, and she lists herself as private investigations. Because she also apparently trains doggies not only for fire stations, fire departments, but for police departments, canine doggies. So very cool, but this Dogipi, couldn't find anything about it. Couldn't find a website, couldn't find anything about the company listed anywhere. If you can, let me know. Also, another way of seeing this, she's not that serious and or financially successful about the business. She's still running it with an AOL email account. But I have a feeling it's a labor of love, and she loves doggies, and she loves what she's doing, and for that, and for the fact that the way she gets these accelerant trained doggies, and says it takes 3-4 months to train each one, she rescues them from area shelters where her Canine Academy is located, just outside of Austin, Texas. So she says she goes around to contact some of the shelters around the area that are just going to say, you know, we give up on the doggy and say goodbye to the doggy. She rescues the doggy and trains it to be a productive, working canine or arson sniffing, or perhaps to this Dogipi, private investigative doggies, whatever that is. Oh, and she also lists herself on LinkedIn as a, sorry to laugh, but it's a typical entrepreneur, right? ADD, we got to have multiple things going on at once. We're never satisfied with just one thing. And it says Dogipi and Notary. So, you know, I'll do notary services and train doggies and walk doggies and pet sit doggies and entrepreneur, doing a bunch of things at once. So we love it. That's the success story for today, July 21st, 2018, as my beautiful wife Michelle and I remember our beloved rambunctious Cocker Spaniel Emmanuel. And a tip of the hat, or a tip of the bald head, to Lisa Caughlin, our success story subject of the day. I see some people are here, and I saw the likes. I appreciate it. I can't see if there's any questions, comments, concerns. I'm trying to get in some shade here. It is well over 110. Hot, sunny, hottest part of the day here. Don't ask me why I waited till now to record this. I think I'll record much earlier tomorrow on Sunday Fun Day to check in and say hello, and I might start recording earlier in the day. As the forecast says, all next week it's going to be about 115 or so here, and that's a little hot. You know, by myself, I've been a little over 3 years here in the Phoenix area, and I find myself saying things ridiculous in the morning, like it was around 100 at like 7 or 8 a.m. this morning, and I say things like, it's only 100. So you know I'm acclimated to being here in the area, but it will get heinously hot all next week, forecasted over 115 degrees every day. Hope you're staying a little bit cooler, a lot cooler, and more comfortable wherever you are. Thanks everyone being here live, watching on the replay, and I'll catch you tomorrow on Sunday Fun Day. Over and out. Bye-bye.